Hi everyone on YouTube. This is Not Again, making another one of my live Come Alive YouTube stream. And yes, my body is very, I need to go back to the gym. I feel, a lot of, soreness from being not going to the gym and decondition. I usually strength train at LA Fitness. I've been there for more than 23 years, so um, long overdue. Uh, yes, just I could feel it. So much knots and tensions. Um, just to give myself my own massage. I think that's the best because you save money. Plus, you are the only one who really knows, right? What's painful in your body. Um, Massage, I went to massage school with my personal training because I was told by Scammy CNI College that if you knew both, right, you would end up working at spas and get a lucrative career. None of it was true. They never even gave me a certificate. Um, so massage in general, it's very simple, all right? So essentially, the more pressure you put, right, less pain. So the more you can tolerate pressure, um, the less pain you'll have. Um, so where does pain in your body come from? For me, I look at it in terms of medical too. I always tell people, if you are not moving, you're dead, right? Or having a sedentary life, um, they're already dead in their own body, whether they're morbidly obese or anorexic, right? So move. You don't even need to be in the gym. Um, you know, and they were gonna hire me at LA Fitness to be one of their super managers, you know, and I told them, they asked me why, and I said essentially, um, you know, everything in life moves, and it moves for a reason, right? And it moves a certain way. Everything in the air moves different than in the water and in the land. It moves to keep it alive, and it moves a certain way. And why I say that is because don't compare your body with everybody else. Everybody's different. Take care of your body, and that's all that matters, right? But in general, massage is very simple. The more pressure you can handle, less pain. And only you know that by palpitating yourself. For some reason, my shoulders in here are very, very crampy. Let's just put it that way. um, that's really crampy. So with massage, there are things you could use to apply that pressure, right? You can use your hands, different manipulations. You can use rocks. You can use Burke Williams in The Block, uses water. Um, and along with that, they use aromatherapy, music therapy, um, because it helps a person relax. The more a person relaxes emotionally, so their body. So therefore, a massage therapist can do deeper, right? Deep tissue, right? But yeah, I'm really sore. probably not going to the gym. So I will be going to the gym today. And just stress, right? Stress, folks, is not going to help. It's just going to make this virus, right, more susceptible to us. Try not to stress, right? And yeah, I'm so sore. And you know how you move your neck and you hear it crunching? I'm so sorry. Like I heard that pop. A lot of your body is body alignment. So sore. And it's because I haven't been stretching or strength training. There's no shortcut to that, folks. A lot of times your body hurts because it's weak, right? You got to strengthen it. And stretch. So anyways, gosh. Anybody out there on YouTube wants to volunteer to give me a massage, I would gladly take up on it. So anyways, let me crack open the window a little bit because it's a little stuffy. Alrighty. So yeah, I'm still stiff on this side. So yes, before you work out, you need to undo all these, you know, in your body because you don't want to weight lift and then feel more cramped, right? It's a lot in my neck area. I think it's good, to have like my pillow helps me. I have one of those memory foams that really help. But just sleeping and putting your neck in the wrong position really messes up and just negativity. Hanging around negative people, I don't know about you, I can't stand them. I cannot stand them. Just trying to break down the tension in this area. I feel a lot. Alrighty. Yeah, I need to do some serious like hot yoga, right? My sister brought me to hot yoga in Irvine. And, if you work out at the gym like me, you're like, oh yeah, hot yoga, what the hell is that? So essentially you go in a hot room like a sauna, so you're able to stretch more and stuff like that, right? And yoga is actually good for you. It's not just exercise, but they really believe movement is medicine. So a lot of the things they do in yoga, people think, God, that's just really strange, the way they, right, the way they pretzel themselves and stuff, some of the things they do. But actually, the reason why they do it is very spiritual and physically beneficial. Like one time, just the fact that they could do more stuff than most people is, But one time, I was watching like I think she's Japanese, Hawaiian, very good at yoga, and she had me do a move where, I feel like total big lump here. I need to break it down. So, anyways, in terms of massage, exercise, everybody needs to exercise because if you're not moving, you're dead. But I always tell people, and I will emphasize it here over and over and over again, offline too, that before you die, your body developed what's called myopathy. So opathy is disease, and myo is muscular disease. That is what I'm feeling, right? That is what I'm feeling right in here. A lot of myopathy, right? So, just when you move, right? Think of in term movement as medicine, right? Medicine for your body. Move. You don't have to go to the gym. You just get up and move. So that's what I wanted to say, right? And if you are sore like me in here, like this, right? Get rid of that first before you work out at the gym. Because, you can work out at the gym and make it worse, right? It's kind of like having a Charlie horse. And then, there's things you could do that could totally make it worse. Yeah, I'm so like tight in here. And I did an interesting article in massage school that a lot of what we feel physically reflects on our emotions, right? So right in here, I feel pain, right? So what does that mean? That means that recently I've been going through some kind of emotional pain or challenge, painful, right? And I was. I was just thinking how, you know, cutthroat Orange County is, from Securitas to my scammy CNI school to NASM, right, wanting all the money for the course, even though you didn't even take like the first day. It just seems like there's so much, like, sharks out there, literally, like loan shark places to Daniel's jewelries. They will, give you gift crop stories. And when I was their customer, they would ask for it back. So, yeah, I don't want to have anything to do with a jewelry store. I want to pay off my bills and never go back there. And other reviews on Google said the manager is very rude too. So, gosh, I'm so stiff. I'm trying to find something to help me massage something like this, so I can go in harder than my hands. So, or bar soap helps, folks. Bar soap. When you're in the shower, just use a bar of soap like what I'm doing, and then just, use it to kind of manipulate, because otherwise your finger gets tired. Alrighty, so good morning to everybody. I will remind everybody what time it is, 6:04 a.m., so we can stay on schedule, Thursday, October 14th. And whatever I tell myself, right? I walk the talk, right? Well, you gotta do what you preach. Remember to exercise, folks. Put in your stretch. If you, I caught, give yourself me time, right? Stretch, strengthen your body, not only through exercise, but what you eat and sports psychology, right? A lot of it is just giving yourself positive affirmations, right? Along with your physical fitness training. Well, why I got back on today, this is not going away. This is when I need to get a massage and have somebody like beat me up. So why I got on today is I'm trying to apply as much pressure in here as possible. This is so tense. All right. So it's painful, but it helps release pains, right? So anyways, I am back on here because I told my boyfriend I would. And it's to fire back at the cute little blondes. Where did I get that? And yes, I'm mocking. I had to retake my first psychology class, right? And both teachers, I think they were a little bit crazy. One got in trouble for mentioning about sugar daddy. He was trying to sell this, I am a daddy and I suffer from sugar. I'm like, no, you were being sexually inappropriate. And all I did was tell my school, Santa Ana College, that, for him to not do that, because there are little girls in my class and, we don't want to put that in their minds, right? I really vouch for people being pure in life, right? I'm not perverse. And that's all I did. But my school forced him to take a sexual harassment class. And his brother is also teaches at my school. And he's having some class, where it was kind of like a fact checker kind of thing, more extensive into what he knows as research. And I Gmailed him and I said I was interested, no response. So whatever, maybe, his other brother told him, what happened in class, whatever. If he doesn't want me to take his class, it's his loss. Because most of the teachers, they get paid, right, by the students, by who passes the class, Whatever. I can't control what other people do on their end, but that's not going to stop us, right, from going on with our day. So anyways, this is I'm shooting back at the cute little blondes. So the other teacher, they kind of let her go. And she, in class, the reason why I keep on mocking that is because in class, my neck is so stiff. It's probably from studying too. Right here is usually stiff. Really need to let go of that stiffness because you know what? It makes us grumpy, right? The pain in our body reflects in our personality. And just to let you guys know, right back here, right back here, in these two areas back here, if you were to grab and dig your thumb up, right? That's how you release headaches, right? Just put your hands right here, like somebody's gonna arrest somebody, thumbs right into this area, and just kind of work it out like you're working your temples. That is how you actually release headaches. Tylenol is just a temporary aid. But this feels great. I'm so stiff up here. You don't realize it until you palpitate or have somebody massage you. You realize how tense your body is, and that's probably why you're so always in a bad mood. All right. Hopefully that will help me shake it off. Alrighty, so the reason why I kept on saying cute little blondes, my other teacher brought it up in class. She's blonde. And, I tell people, so what? That could be bought in a box. But I'm not picking on blonde people, right? I'm talking about something else. So she brought up in class about the cute little blondes, and she's blonde. And essentially, she narrated a story where there was this crime. This is literally how she did it. And she had a thing in class where she would always play with her hair, And so in class, she said, there was this cute little blonde, and she had this crime committed on her. And all I'm thinking as a criminal justice major, there's a lot of crimes committed on a bunch of little girls, not just cute little blondes. But I think what she meant was, well, it's a crime, but it was committed on a cute little blonde. Not an African American or Hispanic girl or Asian or Arabic, right? She's a cute little blonde. Therefore, the crime, in her opinion, is more severe. And luckily at the time, I took U.S. history class with Professor Guzman. She has a PhD in Latino culture. And she brought up the fact that there was a time in U.S. history, these cute little blondes, all they had to do was cry wolf and say, that black man looked at me like this. Hey, he tried to touch me like this. He raped me. But it never happened. Guess what? During that time in history, they wouldn't even question it. That black man would be lynched, hanging from a tree. Because during that time in history, they were looking for, opportunities to do that. Even if black people didn't do anything wrong, right? And she even showed me clips long time ago in the United States. Very interesting, because if you like vintage like me and reflecting back on good olden days in the United States, it's very interesting. She showed me way back when, black and white clips, where these white girls, and the narration of the video, essentially they fell off a cliff because they didn't want to be raped by the black man. So that was the way they portrayed black people at the time, that they would rather, right, jump off a cliff to their death than be raped by the black man, right? So let me shut the window a little bit. I'll shut it completely. It's chilly out there and mosquitoes out there. So anyways, let me put on my jacket a little bit. I'll probably get more stuffy again. This is my jacket I got from Goodwill. Light jackets like this from Goodwill is not a lot. I think I got it for $5, $10. But they had a little rip here, and I went in and sewed it up. But I love it because it's white, right? And I don't know, it just reminds me of snow, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving and having reflecting on what we should be thankful for, which is one of the things, being grateful, right? To help with people who are thinking of suicidal stuff, and Christmas, right? This is a really opportunity for us to try to have a Merry Christmas, right? And reflect on Christ if you're a Christian, right? And ask Him to help us control what's going on. The world is out of control, totally out of control. So anyways, I love my jacket. Love it. And it's, I don't know, I really like it. It's kind of like you being in the snow doing this and making a little angel in the snow. That actually feels good in my arms too. I was just going to let you know, I know I'm talking around the world, but this is going to be very interesting. Mariah Carey, her I guess personal trainer taught her to do an exercise that is supposed to get rid of, if you have like floppy triceps. So basically you're going to put your arms out like this and just kind of go up and down, up and down. And you really want to focus on strengthening your hands, your forearms, and tightening, right, this area here. And your shoulders too, because you're keeping your hands up, right? And that strengthens your shoulders little by little, especially for women. I think that's a good light shoulder strengthening move for women. They're not as strong sometimes as men. So anyways, the reason why I'm bringing this all up is because I'm going to call this cute little blondes modus operandi. So first and foremost, why do I say modus operandi? Because being a cute little blonde has been used, right? Has been used to commit a lot of crimes, right? It's nothing new. It's nothing new. As a matter of fact, when I got off of Facebook, I noticed there was a lot of pornographic blonde, right, vouching that Trump should still be the president. And a lot of them, they're saying blondes have more fun, right? Really? Really? And all of us, everybody else doesn't enjoy good sex with their partner? That's bogus. We all know it, right? We all know it. We see through the BS. So here I am to fire back at the cute little, I call it the cute little blonde modus operandi. And not to mention my teacher who said that story. Supposedly her background, her dad was police, and he got into forensics, whatever. She thinks she knows psychology inside and out. And, um, you know, there was, things in class. I just asked her to, for more time on the test, because some students are allotted that. And her response was, "Oh, now you ask me," you know. And I told her it's because my counselor, who's supposed to write the paper for for extra time, he was busy, right? So it wasn't me. But that's very rude response for somebody who, is a special learner like me, even though I'm very smart, and they're asking for their rights to have extra time. And her response was, "Oh, now you ask me," you know. And me and her, argued about it. And she said, "You better remember who is teaching this class." And I fired back at her. And I said, "You better remember who hired you, the school. And if the students didn't want to take your class, you wouldn't have a class. Don't talk to me like that." So anyways, I think she had a cute little blonde vendetta against me, and lowered my score to 50%. I've never gotten 50% my whole entire life. Never. So here's my chance to fire back at the cute little blondes. Cute little blondes, modus operandi. First and foremost, that's so old. If you're going to commit a crime, try to come up with something new. It's kind of, right, outdated, you know. So here's another case of cute little blondes. So here's what I'm going to talk about in the next 30 minutes. All right, I'll jump right into it. So I don't know how I got to it. I think Google postings at the top. Whoever gets pays up to be up there. I don't know how I came across it. Maybe I came across it for a reason. But this is a case of another cute little blonde. All right. So let me pull up on Google. I don't know how I came across this, but you've heard about he was arrested, right? Chuck Liddell's arrest, right? That's him. Otherwise known as MMA Iceman. Like when he was an active fighter, he was known to be the best, like MMA. And something about his fists, like he had really big fists. Well, anyways, to the point, like, because I don't want to bore you guys to death. His wife is Heidi Liddell, otherwise Heidi Northcott. Okay, so let me pull up her photo. Or Chuck Liddell's wife, right? Chuck Heidi Liddell, right? I'll show you her image. I'll show it off of what I sent my boyfriend. This is her. Okay? And I'm going to show you this is him. She did that to him. Okay? It is what it is, right? So a lot of people are talking about this in the MMA fighting world, right? Um, it is what it is. So essentially, it's her, him, and the sheriff that arrested him. The sheriff, right? Great opportunity to get $20,000 bail, right? For Chuck Liddell, people say he's been known to be a pimp. He gets all the cute little blondes, right? So he got what he wanted, right? And Heidi got what she wanted. She committed assault, a crime, and he went to jail for it. Because the sheriff essentially are probably tired of dealing with them. And, probably, a lot of people on YouTube said, that doesn't sound something the sheriff would do. Yes, it does. A lot of times the police or sheriff will say, you know, they'll say, like, either both of you guys stop fighting, or I'll take one of you guys to go to jail, or both of you guys, right? So in this incident, she committed a crime, assault on him. There's evidence, right? And he went to jail. She got what she wanted, right? She didn't have to go to jail for a crime. And he went. I'm not going to speak for him, so there could be various reasons why he did it. Maybe there's a part of him, he needed her to stay home and take care of his kids. Maybe, as a man, he can't see a woman being in jail. But my take on it as a criminal justice major, if you committed the crime, you need to do the time and pay the fine. All right, and that is something Heidi Liddell will not own up to. Okay. Who is Heidi Liddell other than Chuck Liddell's wife? She's a liar. Okay. And because of her lies, he went to jail. This is him getting out of jail, and that's him holding $20,000 to get out. Okay. I want you to take a note of what's in his hand. And this is her. I want you to take a note of what's in her hands. Money is a common denominator. A lot of people on YouTube are saying she's a gold digger and, she's a crazy wife, because it is what it is. But what I want to say is she's a liar. So I read some of the stuff on Google about her. Let me see. Let me give you the first insight. Her net worth, I don't know, they mentioned 500, 800, and now 5 million. That could be exaggerated, like narcissism. But I could tell you she's a liar, and I'll point to you where she lied. Okay, in this article, I'll read to you what it says. It says the birthplace of Heidi is the United States of America. Okay, Heidi belongs to American nationality. That is not true. She's Amerasian, and her mom is Vietnamese, and that's why she can speak Vietnamese, right? Due to the lack of information, that is not true. She doesn't post anything about her mom, which is Odette Nguyen, and her dad, Timothy Northcott, and her two brothers, who are Amerasian. They're Vietnamese and Spaniard. The older brother, Ingmar, is from Ithaca, Greece. And supposedly he jokes around about being a sexual predator because of girls like her. They sell themselves out, and that's how he sees all women now, right? We were not able to find details about Heidi's parents. That's not true. I just told you who her parents are. And the siblings on the internet at the time of writing of this post. Her siblings are Ingmar and Sven Northcott. Heidi does not reveal any information about her parents and family on the internet. Why? Because she's narcissistic. Even her brother said it. She is, like, I joke around and I say, she's not the first blonde prototype. At times when she dresses up in her photos, she looks nice, right? But you're not the only blonde, right? You're not the only blonde prototype. And she's always been like that, according to her family, since she was little. Her mom was kind of instilled it where they would post super big, like, pictures of her and, in beauty pageant and, right? I just wanted to let you know another reason why she doesn't tell anything about her family is because they grew up in a home in Garden Grove that was condemned unlivable. How I know? Because that's how I met them. You're talking hundreds of mice, thousands of poop. Okay? That's why she doesn't talk about them. According to the sources, Heidi was born in the United States. This is her picture 2 days ago, before she claimed she was assaulted by Chuck Liddell, who is bigger than 6 foot tall, MMA, right? Used to be MMA, right? She claims that he assaulted her. There's no marks on her whatsoever. She's smiling. He's frowning. You see the discrepancies here? This is her 2 days ago. She in no way looks like somebody who has been assaulted. No marks. And she sure does look happy. Has she cried wolf before? Yes, she has. I've talked to her on Facebook Messenger where she said that her mom used to invite homeless people into the house and they raped her. Yet, if you look at Heidi Liddell, right, on her Facebook, she's wearing like spaghetti, literally spaghettis. This is her bra. This goes down, and then like this. And there's a lot of pictures of her, and I don't mind because I like Playboy too. But there's a lot of pictures of her at the Playboy Mansion, and you know how Playboys, they're nude, but they'll paint like they'll paint like a T-shirt on them, but they're actually like nude. It's like nude art. But whatever, that's besides the point. I want to recap on the part that I caught her in a lie. Oh, here it is. I'm going to show it to you guys. You guys don't think I'm lying. Okay? Look here. Can you guys see that? I'll let you see it. Maybe like this. Let you see it. But it doesn't really help either way because it's backwards, like lettering. So I'm going to expose her lies to you. Lies, Lies. And how I see it, however way you want to play out cute little blondes, if you love me or anybody in life, you wouldn't tell lies. Period. Okay? I caught her in a lie. So here it says, Heidi Northcott was born on January 15th, 1980, in the Rocky Mountain House, Alberta, Canada. Okay. Heidi Northcott's parents are Harold and Barb. It's not true. Harold wet. Barb wet. It's not true. Her dad is Timothy Northcott, and her mom is Odette Nguyen. She's a liar. She's a liar on the inside and out in every which way. All right? Anybody who smiles, it's so fake, and to the point to pop the cute little bubbles. I told my boyfriend, don't fall for girls like that because they're as fake as their boobs. Some girls' boobs are, I'm going to put them on the spot. Some girls' boobs are so, right? Because they're so full of themselves. It's like you're pumping a car tire. And like her boobs are like that. They're like, and I think we have a photo. Let's give a visual. This is her boobs. They look like they're gonna pop. It's like some girls are just so full up on themselves. If I don't come and pop it, eventually it's gonna go and they're gonna make a joke out of themselves. So she lied. So who is she to me? Well, you know how I was telling you guys I'm kind of like an unknown? Guess what? I've met Chuck Liddell. Okay, it's just I don't worship myself. I don't play the celebrity thing like Californians do. I'm from the country, right? Lubbock, Texas, Little Rock, Arkansas. I don't care about stuff like that. Okay, yes, I've met Chuck Liddell. You know why? Because my cousin, right, married her cousin. and it was at a hotel in Huntington Beach. And hold on. Cito, you okay, baby? Cito. I hear her meowing. I don't know if she's okay. But yes, her poop is better again. So I'm going to continue doing what works. So anyways, how is Heidi related to me? Her cousin's married my cousin. Okay. And it was a big wedding in Huntington Beach at a fancy hotel. And I saw Chuck Liddell there. And all I thought was, what is he doing here? You know? She was with him. And she was almost unrecognizable because she's pretty. She's pretty. But so what? To me, somebody who's pretty without a good purpose is nothing. I mean, not only in the modeling world, and I won most photogenic for elite models. So what? So what if you're pretty? I tell everybody because I there's a lot of people that sees me or sees my photos, my other photos, and they said, you model, don't you? And I said, yeah, I have. I've done modeling since I was 16 years old when I was in beauty school, and recently I tried elite modeling for fun with Robert Rose. He's the Italian new owner in Fashion Island. So elite models are Cindy Crawford, Naomi Campbell, Adriana Lima. Yeah, he's interested in me. He still wants to see me, and I won most photogenic because they had to let other people win for the runway and acting, which I'm not really good at acting. But a lot of Robert chose me for most photogenic because I can play out a character like Anthony Hopkins. And the other candidates that were there picked me for runways because they liked the way I walked the runway, but you can only win one category. So, I saw her and she was almost unrecognizable because when she was a little girl growing up in a condemned house, right? And now it's like she has a totally different persona. Hold on one second. Cito, cómete. So whatever. Let's there's more to life than just being pretty, right? Actually having some purpose in life. So anyways, I saw Chuck Liddell there, and I actually got to take a photo with him. And he's actually nice. Other than people say he's like, but what men doesn't like, right? Girls. But he's actually very nice. I took a photo with him, and in my photo, I was pretending I was hitting him. Yeah, he's really nice. And so for her to do this to him is uncalled for. Okay? I don't care how pretty you are. I don't care how blonde you are. You committed a crime. You assaulted somebody, and you make them go to jail for you, and they have to post bail. No. I see through the bullshit. And probably the sheriff too. But for the sheriff, it was $20,000 into their department, right? But I want you to teach you in psychology. Okay? It's talking about persona, right? And yesterday I was talking about how thinking doesn't, like, things don't add up. Look at his facial expression. And look at hers. So I asked you, who is the real criminal here? She is. She committed assault on him. Doesn't want to do the time or pay the fine. He's doing it. He's covering up for her, and he's paying $20,000 bail. She is the real criminal here, not Chuck Liddell. And in relationship to when I met him at 57 Minutes at my cousin's wedding, she was grooming him. For this purpose, for this very moment. Okay. Now, what I want to say, I'm not Dr. Ruth, a relationship expert, but I've been through a lot of relationships, right? But in terms of criminal justice, right, in the last 3 minutes, because I want you guys to come to your own conclusion on this. Even working for Securitas, right? Compared to I had to walk the malls and look for any leaks, any fires, alarms sounding off, right? Or anybody trying to break into the mall, or injuries, anything that poses an injury to the construction worker, right? So I'm walking the mall 10 hours, and pretty much it was easy money because most of the time nothing happened. But guess what? You have an alarm sound off. Securitas is so phony that, like her, it's unbelievable. When I was in Securitas, taking my classes, you can call them classes, they blasted a alarm. This is a test, right? This is an emergency test. Everybody evacuate through the back. So I really was sold into thinking Securitas provided some level of security to take them seriously, and it was not. It's a joke, just like her. But my point is, right? So we're all at Securitas day in and day out. And every now and then they'll have a mock, right? And it's loud. Securitas really makes it loud, louder than others. And, this is a test, like this is a warning, right? Everybody exit through the back door. Not every day, right? So that's how crime works, right? It's like this every day. And then you see a break in the pattern, right? In the time, in the day, in the frequency. There's something up. That's my point. And in terms of psychology and even studies of DNA, they study about if there's any correlation to DNA that's criminal. The DNA. All of a sudden in their relationship, nothing's happening, and all of a sudden, this. So I ask you, Q&A, why do you think this is happening? some of my speculation, of course, money, right? Modus operandi. The reason why the United States used the modus operandi money, right? She's got, she's a professional poker, right? He's got money. And guess what? All players get played. You want to play? You're going to get played. So if they ever walk out of this, well, he got a good booty call and she's got his money. Hey! So modus operandi is using money. It's power, right? Her is being a cute little blonde, right? Like her smile, right? I'm trying to imitate her, right? Cute little blonde. It's so funny. Before I cut off Facebook, I I used some Snapchat special effect where it gave me blonde hair, and I was trying to play out the role. And then I sent it to my cousin Lily in France. Her first response, she thought it was the funniest fucking shit in the world. She was like, ha ha ha. Right? Isn't that how cute little blondes do it? Let me see if I could do it. Let me see. Here. Her. Let's see her. See that? Let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I can be a cute little blonde. It's more like I'm drooling. All I could think of, the only cute little blondes that I do like is, what's her name? Christy in Three's Company. I love the way she plays cute little, being blondie. She's funny. And other than that, I like Paris Hilton. And I would say off the top of the list, right? What is it? Charlene Pearson, right? She's beautiful. Great actress too. Played in Monster Balls. Great actor. So I don't know what's happening in the relationship, but it doesn't. She's a liar, and she's obviously caught in several lies. And how I see it, if you really love somebody, you wouldn't tell lies. Okay. What I find, what I want to say more about her background is, if she indeed has more than 500, 800, 5 million, right? I could tell you her mom is on Facebook, Odette Nguyen, and she's always begging for money. Posting, will somebody out there help me? She ignores her. Now, whether her mom is pretending, to be sick and old and fragile, how I see it, if you're really rich, right, you see a lot of discrepancies. That's what I'm saying. And this is something the police, right? I had a friend that was a security guard for Southwest Guatemala, and he tried to be police, and he said he failed the psychology test. And I basically said the same thing. I said, yeah, of course, because what they do, like a lot of personality tests, they will ask you the same questions over and over and over. Are you telling a lie? Are you telling a lie? No, I'm not telling a lie. Are you telling a lie? Well, maybe not all the way a lie. Are you sure you're not a liar? Well, sometimes I do lie, right? So they're looking for discrepancies. It's just kind of like the theory of, the criminal DNA. It's So all of a sudden in the relationship, they've never had domestic violence. And all of a sudden they do. And none of it makes sense. She claims she was a victim of domestic violence. She has no markings, right? 2 days ago, they're seen together smiling, right? She clearly is a criminal in this and committed assault on him. We have evidence of the cut on his forehead. And she doesn't want to do the time or pay the fine. She's using him, essentially. He's going to do the time for her. He's going to cover up for her. And he's going to pay for the bill. Users are abusers, no matter how seductive they come, right? And should this video ever cross Heidi and other men, right? Other women, I would expose your ugliness, right? There's something makeup cannot cover up for long. I told my boyfriend, because, my boyfriend, I consider, like, I'm like his mom. I got to teach him, right, about women. And I said, a thief is always the same, no matter what different mask they wear to rob a bank. Whether they put on a pantyhose, whether they wear a ski mask, right? Or they wear a lunch bag. It's a thief. Cute little blondes. I know that modus operandi, right? I know it. I don't buy into it. To me, it's not even worth a penny of my day or my time. That's why I don't know much about the relationship. But when I crossed it today, I had to give my 2 cents into what's going on. And I wanted to give more relationship advice. Usually when you have a pattern, right, and the pattern somehow starts to shift, right, don't ignore that in a relationship, because, if there's any truth to the story, it could be she has a lover or he has a lover or both of them, right? And they're looking for an excuse to get out of the relationship. And, it's different if you're just dating, but when you're married, right, there's a lot of financial, right? And I'm pretty sure Chuck Liddell is worth more than $5 million, because he's a lot older than her. Look for the warning signs in a relationship. A lot of times people are such good actors like her and put on a face, right? Like this. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube where, the one partner is shocked that their spouse hired a hitman to kill him. Because there's such good acting and, putting on a mask and fake persona that they fooled everybody. That's why the police, they don't care if you say you don't lie. Guess what? You're going to do a polygraph, right? They're going to pick it off of your finger. But irregardless, um, I'm putting out this video because in your relationship, I don't care if it's family, relatives, people they hang around with, boyfriend, girlfriend, you want to get married, you want to separate, whatever, kids, right? Look at the signs, right? Whatever it is, don't let just don't let people shit on you and step all over you. That's my message. That's my message. And my channel, I changed it to this is a channel, for real stars in life. Because guess what? That's the case, right? We're not here just to worship Heidi Liddell and Chuck Liddell and their kids or whatever. We are all stars, right? In our own way, in God's eyes. Right? I think people have totally lost touch with reality, right? And when they fall for things like this, guess what? It's here today, gone tomorrow. That's all that it is. You gotta see it for what it is. So here's a classic example of reiteration what I said in my previous video. Don't just fall for somebody because they look good, right? And ignore that they did something bad to you, right? And she's exploiting that. She's exploiting that. She thinks because I'm this, right? Because I'm this, right? I can do this. Right? In my definition, that's not only ugly, it's very ugly. For all you cute little blondes out there, it's time to bust their bubbles and their boobs and their fake butt and their hair extensions and their artificial nails and their, right? Everything's fake. Everything's fake. That's why I dedicate my channels to being real and making people feel like they're stars in life, right? Don't let this kind of stuff happen to you. How I know? Because it's happened to me recently. Securitas screwed me over. CNI scam school screwed me over. Daniel's jewelry stores screwed me over. I wanted to current my personal training, right? NSA Sam screwed me over. It's like, what's next? What's next? You get screwed over and over and over in life again and again and again. At a certain point, you gotta say, enough is enough. You've learned your lesson, right? You need to stop some of this. And, I really believe we teach other people how we want to be treated. For a girl like her to walk around nude and say, "Oh, men want to rape me," I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Right? You could walk respectably, right? You could dress respectably, and demand respect from people, even if they don't want to give it to you. We teach, right, how others should treat us. And that goes the same with teachers. Teachers is they teach us, the students have something to teach them, as I did Sugar Daddy, right? And I will conclude my video here because I'm satisfied, right? Because how do you combat lies, right? Expose the truth. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. So with that said, I want to thank everybody for being here with me this morning at 7:06 a.m. I hope you guys have a really awesome day, right? And yes, so you don't need any of that. And turn on your notifications on YouTube. There's a lot of wonderful things on here for you to learn from. And you're welcome to subscribe to my channel and share this. Share this, right? To make, relationships, and social learning better, right? Social learning doesn't happen unless we, right? And maybe that's why I stumbled across this. I don't even remember why, how, but it doesn't matter. There's a lesson learned there, and we are better off for it, right? We're better off for it. I don't want to hear anybody in a relationship, right, where they're not fully happy, right, and satisfied. And I am. I am with this video. With that said, I hope you guys have a terrific Thursday, and I've got a lot of errands to do today. That's something you could do every day. Just make a mental checklist of what you have to do, right? Every day for me is at least 3 items, and I prioritize which is important, which I need to do, which is what I want to do. Get them done. And then when you get them done, right, pat yourself on the back or give yourself a reward, right? So it's that self-care, right? And affirmation, that you're doing good, right? You don't need other people, right? You don't need to be a celebrity, right? We know who the real stars are, and that's ordinary people every day, right? And the stars in the heavens that God created.